Section 1. A billion out of poverty, China, land of contradictions. A nation where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge technology, where rural landscapes coexist with sprawling urban centers. For centuries, synonymous with poverty. Generations lived in hardship, struggling to make ends meet in remote villages and underdeveloped towns. Now, booming cities, bullet trains, a global superpower. The numbers are staggering. Skyscrapers pierce the sky and technology drives the economy forward at an unprecedented pace. China claims to have lifted over 800 million people out of extreme poverty. 800 million. This transformation is visible in both urban and rural areas, where infrastructure has dramatically improved. Imagine, almost twice the population of the entire United States brought out of destitution in a few decades. Is it real? Propaganda? The scale of this achievement is almost unimaginable. The truth, as always, lies somewhere in between. While the progress is undeniable, challenges remain. Economic disparity, social issues, and regional inequalities still persist. Let's get our hands dirty. To understand the full picture, we need to delve deeper into the lives of those who have experienced this change firsthand. Their stories will reveal the complexities behind the statistics. Section 2. The China few knew. Go back a generation. Forget the glitz of Shanghai, the tech hubs of Shenzhen. Rural China was a different world. Farmers toiling on tiny plots, barely scraping by. Families crammed into dilapidated homes, futures uncertain, malnutrition, disease, illiteracy. These were the realities for millions. In the 1980s, almost 90% of China's rural population lived below the poverty line. The World Bank's definition then? Less than $1 a day, a dollar. Imagine that. Imagine. Section 3. Poverty's many faces. But poverty isn't just an empty stomach, it's about access. Access to education, to healthcare, to opportunity. China's rural poor were isolated, cut off from markets, from schools, from basic healthcare. Roads were rudimentary, electricity unreliable. Children, instead of studying, labored in the fields. A sick family member could spell financial ruin. This wasn't just about money, it was about dignity, about hope. Section 4. The climb out. So, how did China do it? How did a nation with such vast rural areas and a massive population manage to lift millions out of poverty and transform itself into a global economic powerhouse? How did they begin to scale this mountain? The journey was neither quick nor easy. It required strategic planning, relentless effort, and a vision for the future. It was a multi-pronged approach. The government implemented policies that targeted various sectors of the economy, ensuring that growth was inclusive and sustainable. Relocation programs moved millions from remote villages to newly built towns, closer to jobs and infrastructure. This not only improved living conditions, but also provided better access to education and healthcare. Massive investments poured into infrastructure, roads, railways, electricity grids, connecting the countryside to the booming cities. This connectivity was crucial for economic integration and development. Special economic zones offering tax breaks and incentives attracted foreign investment, creating jobs. These zones became hubs of innovation and industrial growth. Education and healthcare received a major boost, with new schools and clinics built across the country. Was it perfect? No. Were there sacrifices? Absolutely. But these investments laid the foundation for a more educated and healthier workforce. But the results speak for themselves. China's climb out of poverty is a testament to what can be achieved with determination, strategic planning, and a commitment to improving the lives of its citizens. Section 5. New mountains to climb. Today, extreme poverty, as defined by the World Bank, is virtually eradicated in China. But the journey is far from over. A new kind of poverty persists: relative poverty, the gap between the haves and the have-nots, the urban-rural divide, the challenges of an aging population. These are the mountains China now needs to climb. The solutions? More complex, more nuanced. But if history is any guide, China won't shy away from the challenge. Section 6. Can the world learn? Can China's model be replicated? This question has sparked debates in boardrooms, classrooms, and government offices around the world. It's tempting to say no. The skepticism is understandable. China's system, with its centralized control, its disregard for individual rights, is unique. It operates under a different set of principles and values. But there are lessons to be learned. Lessons that transcend political boundaries and cultural differences. The importance of long-term vision of consistent policy cannot be overstated. These are the foundations upon which sustainable development is built. Investing in human capital is another critical lesson. Education and training are the bedrock of a prosperous society. The power of infrastructure to connect and uplift communities is undeniable. Roads, bridges, and railways are the veins through which the lifeblood of a nation flows. The need to address not just income but also access and opportunity is paramount. Economic growth must be inclusive. Access to healthcare, education, and public services ensures that no one is left behind. China's story is a reminder that ending poverty is not a dream, it's a choice. A choice that requires deliberate action and unwavering commitment. A choice that requires courage, commitment, and a collective will to make a difference. And yes, a little bit of hope. Hope that together we can build a better future for all.